So like 95% basically don't report seeing UAPs.
That's just my personal estimate.
I need better evidence than just we don't know what it is, therefore it's alien.
Go around back to let us in, and that's when you saw some sort of red light that most likely was a drone. It's a drone. It's a drone.
What happened last night?
Are you kidding? I already did this.
Yeah, I forgot to turn on the mic.
Nah, I'm not doing it. What was the question?
What happened last night?
Last night. Oh, you mean when you locked us out of the front door and then crawled through the window for some reason?
Don't do it.
All three of us are locked outside.
Go around.
It was a cold November night, probably around like mid-November, and I was, just chilling in my room, think I was playing a video game, and Dean barges in my room, panicking, flipping out, asking me to come downstairs and look at this thing in the sky.
Well, what happened before that? Because that's not what happened. I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. But remember, we were locked. I locked us all outside.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. It's wow. Okay, so
Alright, so
the
you
night
know that.
backtracks a little bit. Beknownst to me, I didn't know I was going to be locked out. When I walked out the door, I wouldn't have done it. But that is another story. Hindsight's 2020. So, me, my brother, and my dad are locked out. So I go down on the driveway, and I look up to see what may or may have not been a drone.
I don't know if it was a drone. It probably was a drone, but for some reason it just looked like it had that like star glow. I genuinely thought it was a star or a planet or some type because it had that atmospheric aura to it. So it that's why I don't think it was a drone, just because of that. And it also was not moving. A drone would have some type of like aerodynamic wind push and pull, but it was stationary, until it wasn't.
What did it look like?
Looked like a little red light, I believe, if I'm remembering correctly. Maybe it did look like a blue. So I remember, it did. It looked like a sphere. It looked like, I thought it might have been Venus, but I don't know astrology that well. And Dean had pointed out that there was no way it could have been Venus at the time. But eventually in the video, you do see it decline at a very, very slow rate, which is odd.
Luke, come here right now. I'm not even joking.
I do believe in aliens. I believe that there is life out there. I'm just saying, be careful of what may or may not be distractions from the government or whatever, the people that don't want you thinking about what's going on.
Headline edition, July 8, 1947. The Army Air Forces has announced that a flying disc has been found and is now in the possession of the Army.
Roswell, flying saucer turned weather balloon, and probably the most infamous UFO in history. Like, if you haven't heard of Roswell, you're probably living under a rock, and you are a lost cause. So stay under there, or pay attention to what I'm about to say, because I'm about to cover it. So let's make this quick. Weeks before the Roswell incident, Kenneth Arnold, a respected American aviator, reports seeing 9 flying discs moving at inhuman-like speeds past Mount Rainier in Washington. This is 5 states away, weeks before the Roswell incident. And there's one thing that this specific report did. It blew up.
Late this afternoon, a bulletin from New Mexico suggested that the widely publicized mystery of the flying saucers.
The 1947 disc craze. There were over 800 reports of these flying discs, these UFOs. And then, On July 8th, the Roswell Army Airfield released a historical statement.
We may be getting to the bottom of all this talk about the so-called flying saucers. As a matter of fact, the 509th Atomic Bomb Group headquarters at Roswell, New Mexico, reports that it has received one of the discs which landed on a ranch outside Roswell. The disc landed at a ranch at Corona, New Mexico, and the rancher turned it over to the Air Force. Rancher W.W. Brazil is the man who discovered the saucer.
So W.W. Mac Brazil finds the wreckage on his ranch. He considers the possibility it might have something to do with this craze going on. He brings it to the sheriff. And the sheriff doubles down and he brings it to the RAAF, Roswell Army Airfield. Addresses the public. They address the widely publicized flying saucers by stating that they have received one of the saucers. Jesse Marcel, the face of this whole thing. He's the one that held up the scrap metal, took a photo and said, "This is just a weather balloon." If anyone knows what happened at Roswell, it's him. But my theories are starting to contradict each other, and I'm learning and gaining nothing from the Roswell incident. I'm realizing that any UFO publicized will be tainted by either the government or stupid people. So we're gonna need something a little bit more personal.
Mike and Connor, and I wanted to say that there was like one or two more people with us, but I can't remember who they are. We were smoking weed at the time. I was still in high school. We were going high back when weed was a thing. It was criminalized. You had to always hide it, you know.
Plus your parents and all that shit.
Yeah, I was living in Margate at the time, and where we were smoking was by the Ventnor Middle School High School. Or Ventnor Middle School. We're at the Ventnor Middle School, and it sucks that I was so high, but I still remember it to this day. So we left from smoking and we're walking back. We're in the parking lot of the middle school. All of a sudden, I don't know who it was, if it was me, Connor, Mike, whoever the fuck it was, they pointed something in the sky. It was an orange ball. It's like a bright orange ball. It's like when you see the sun in regular blue sky, you see an orange ball. That's exactly what it was, just in the sky. It's not how you see the sun in the sky during a blue day. That's what I saw. So, but it was like a bright orange ball. It was a sphere almost, but I only saw it in 2D. So, someone noticed it. We were all kind of staring at it. We were all starting to freak out. We're just like, "Oh my god, this is it, dude, 2012, it's gonna be fucking aliens." We're like, "Holy shit." And dude, I swear to god, this thing started to move, just like, and then flew away. It's gone. Instantly. I shit you not even a minute later, 2 F-16 airplanes just fucking went flying after it. And we all were freaking out. No one believed us. We went back to school the next day, telling everybody no one believed us. No. Not a word. Not a word.